Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everybody. This is Into the Bliss 1717. I'm Carrie Lee. I'm super stoked that you're all here with me today, whether you're here with me live or you're watching the replay. Replay is always available with timestamps to make it super easy and convenient for you. It's wild because I had a dream last night. And I really feel like it's definitely for this reading. First and foremost, these are timeless readings. Take what resonates, leave the rest on the table for others, right? Don't make things fit, guys, you know? So yeah, a couple announcements first before I get rolling. I feel called to reduce the lives down from Tuesdays and Thursdays, going back just to Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. My practice is ever evolving, you know, and I just really want to follow what I feel called to co-create with Spirit. And there are other types of readings that want to come through. Like I can just feel them brewing up to the surface. Like I want to deep dive a lot further into zodiacs. And, you know, specialty type readings like 111 is coming up, those types of things. So I'm going to keep doing live every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll do additional lives as I feel called to do them, probably like full moons, those types of things, maybe portal readings. So anywho, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. The second announcement that I want to make is that I'm going to be a guest on colleagues of mine. I'm going to be a guest on the Green Nurse podcast on January 15th at 7:20 p.m. Eastern. I will put the Green Nurse's YouTube channel in the comments. Hey, Lisa, welcome in, my love. Good to see you. Back to I'm going to be on this podcast, the Green Nurse podcast. It's an award-winning podcast. They want to showcase Into the Bliss 1717. Sherry, who is the main host of the Green Nurse podcast, she was originally my mentor, my cannabis nurse mentor. I learned all about cannabis therapeutics, and in a former part of my career as a nurse, I used to teach people how to utilize cannabis as well as other psychedelic sacred plant medicines. I used to teach others how to use that to heal, to come off of pharmaceuticals, all types of things. So anyway, that again, I will be on that podcast, The Green Nurse, January 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll put the deets either in the description box or the comments below. Let's go ahead and get after it. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about the vision that I had last night in a dream. Deanne, hello, welcome in. Look at my girls, my women, my sisters are showing up. I love it. So I had this dream last night. I'm going to stop shuffling really quick. It was wild. I feel like so many of us that are coming, especially to these Tuesday lives, we're clearing our vessels out. We're on the soul path. We're doing the work. We're shedding the ego. We're healing, right? We're doing the generational healing, the ancestral healing, right? And so I had this dream. There were all these little fruit fly, these little fly gnats. God, they're a pain in the asses, aren't they? And I don't know if you've ever had to deal with them or not, but they live in the sewers and the drains. You know what I mean? And they're attracted to like food and stuff. And that's where they live. And they come out of these drains, right? They come out of these caves, right? And so I was dreaming about these little flies, and I got the feeling that it was a message. They were little messengers like, hey, come follow me. I've got to show you something. And all of a sudden I saw this really massive drain, and it had like the hard grate over the drain, right? And I'm like, okay, I saw my hand picking up this massive drain, and I look inside, and it's like all of a sudden it went from a size like this to a size like this. And there was just, oh my God, there was just everything you could imagine being in drain. It felt like it was clogged up. And the wild thing was, I don't think I have it here. I have this little aqua green phone stand for my phone. And I saw the phone stand sitting in the center of all this muck. And I thought to myself, that's really weird. Well, later on, I realized my phone wasn't on the stand. It was just the stand alone. And it was Spirit saying, there's messages, there's creative visions and downloads that are trying to come through, but it can't get through because there's still a bunch of muck. There's still stuff to be cleared from the vessel. There's still stuff that wants to come to the surface. And it's almost like I got this feeling of avoidance or resistance, right? So that's the channel. Oh, I'm getting chills on that. That's the channeled message that's coming through so far for this. I just feel like so many of us are, especially this week, I know is a really massive week astrologically. The nodes are changing this week. They're going from relationship-based nodes into more spiritual-based nodes, right? I know Mars is changing. We've got the upcoming full moon in Cancer coming in next week. There's just a lot of stuff happening this week astrologically that I know just from my own personal practice. I'm not an astrologer, but from my own personal practice, I know it's really a sense of, again, I'm getting like the goddesses like Kali and like the Black Madonna coming through. Like there are things that are coming to the surface through this transition, like cosmically, that must come up because it needs to be cleared so that we can, tap into those downloads that want to come in, tap in to those creative ideas that want to come in. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Lisa. Much love to you, my love. And so, that's where we stand today. It's like, I just want to say, I'm on this journey with all of you. I'm not a guru. I'm not, an ascended master. I am literally just a human being here with you, this community that I'm trying to build, and I'm on this journey with you. And so this is a message and a reading for all of us, right? I want to make this feel like we're sitting around a table and we're having this discussion and we're just all really sharing and supporting and lifting each other up. You know what I mean? Last thing before I pull the archetype, this is such a cool deal. I work with a bioresonance device called a Healy. And so this thing has access to hundreds of thousands of different frequencies. I've used it a lot in my nursing practice, working with patients and also with myself on my spiritual path. I'm going to start infusing all of my collective readings and all of my private one-to-one readings with these vibrations. The way that you're able to receive it, basically this message is being infused with these particular, I chose crystal frequencies today, guys. I'm just going to pull out my list, my notes. I chose crystal frequencies today. I asked Spirit what crystal frequencies would best support the community for these messages that are coming through today. So the way these crystal frequencies work, this is timeless. Every time you watch the video, you're benefiting from the crystals that are running right now, okay? And the way that it works, it's really freaking cool. I don't know if you've ever experienced Reiki or you've ever had anyone send you long distance Reiki, but it works very, very much like long distance Reiki. So it's tapping into the quantum field. It's tapping into the collective's energy. Like it already knows who's going to be watching the messages. So it's tapping into what we all need together as a collective. Okay. So, rock on. With that being said, the crystals that are running today are aquamarine, which I love aquamarine, very soothing, very calming, right? Chrysoprase is working. That is a crystal that works with our heart chakras. It helps to really connect our souls to the earth, help ground us, right? Peridot came through, which I love, love, love Peridot. Peridot in this essence is about new beginnings. It's about these ideas, these new downloads that are kind of like marinating within our souls and wanting to come to the surface. You know what I mean? And then the fourth one is Pearl. And the last one is Brazilian Amethyst. So I'll drop those deeds down the bottom as well. Let's go ahead and get after it and find out what archetype wants to come through. Spirit, big picture energy, what is unfolding for this beautiful collective community of Into the Bliss 1717, please, and thank you. Oops. The 1 just came out. All right, we're going to hold on to that. 30, number 30 could be significant to someone. All right, let's see what else wants to come out. I usually pull the archetypes before, but we're doing it all different today. Spirit's like, girl, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to get out of the comfort and be uncomfortable and try new things. So that's what we're doing. Oh my gosh. Come to the edge, baby. Come to the edge. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh, this is really interesting. Okay, so, ooh, bottom of the deck, the sword. I feel like that's like the sword of truth is what's coming in. I'm not going to josh. I want to pull the book out. Look at this one, The One. The One. Number one is all about new beginnings. 30, any number in numerology, any number that ends in the zero is a God protected number. So I feel like this is giving me like the energy of like the sun, but it's like the spiritual sun, the Sirius sun, right? With these rays coming out and this big, big light in the middle. It's like ones are about new beginnings. You know what I mean? The other one that came out here was the fault line. The fault line. Obviously, that's giving me the energy of earthquakes and things are breaking up, things are shattering, things that are no longer. It's like we've got to stir things up. Like I was just saying, coming out of the comfort zone. I want to take a minute and find these in the book because I feel like it's really important. Let's see. Now I'm not going to be able to find it. Okay, so the fault line. There it is right there. And how about, what is this one? The One? How come I can't find the one? Oh, there it is. The self, the one, the self. 121. Let's do that one. Oh, I opened up right to it. God, Spirit's freaking awesome. I opened up right to it. That's so freaking cool. I love that. Non-duality, one love. Unus mundus, one love. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both, I'm going to hold this up while I read it, my loves. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. So, in its light attributes, because everything has light and dark attributes, right? In its light attribute, it says serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. In its dark attribute, ignores, omits, and excludes. The unity of existence. I love this. So I feel like that definitely rings true to what I was talking about, the drain and clearing out the vessel and these creative ideas and downloads wanting to come through, right? It's almost like I feel like there's definitely another layer of ego shedding happening. The last weeks of the readings have been all about getting to this point, this place of really shedding through these layers of ego that have really been truly holding us back, these limiting belief structures, right? And I feel like when we're talking about interconnectedness and being one with everything, like I love and care for all of my brothers and sisters of the world, right? And I was speaking earlier about this giving me the energy of the spiritual sun. So that makes sense. It makes sense that's coming through. I want to read up on the fault line now too. 161. Interesting. The fissure, the crack. Here, we're going to go ahead and hold this up while I read this, okay, my loves? All right. And whatever's coming through to you intuitively on this, please take that. Share it in the comments with me if something's coming through for you as well. So the fault line, the fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing that what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So, redefining reality, breaking open, that's kind of what was coming through for me as I was reading this. Is like, this is about like a heart opening, you know? And I feel like whoever's watching this, I feel like you've been on this journey for quite some time. And it's just, this is one of those layers, very deep, deep, deep layers. Like this was talking about, it takes a lot of time for this fault line to form, right? And so I feel like, when I was talking about the drain, the dream that I had about the drain, right, and the flies, I think I spoke on the fact that there was a feeling of avoidance. There was a feeling of hesitance or not facing something within. You know what I mean? So that actually makes a lot of sense. Let me just chime into the sword really quick. I love this book. I love this deck. Let's see, this is definitely going to be a tool. The sword is a tool. 189. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. This will be the last one that I read. Oh, that's so funny. The vessel is right underneath it, clearing out the vessel. What have I been talking about? Okay, so the sword, the knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. Wow, this is really, really powerful. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infinite shaper of destiny. So, cutting through what is essential, again, getting into that drain, getting into the depths of that drain, and facing the muck that is in the drain, and clearing that drain out so that we can really unearth that cosmic wisdom, the nuggets that want to come to the surface, those creative ideas that want to come up and marinate, and they want us to actually bring them in to reality. You know what I mean? So how freaking exciting is that? Let's go ahead and, okay, hold on a second. Spirit's like, wait. I feel like there's an angel message that wants to come through on that. Hold the phones here. What do the angels have to say about the overarching big picture energy, please and thank you? What do the angels have to say about the big picture energy, please and thank you? I'm totally like freeballing this so much. Like this isn't like any kind of structure or flow that I ever do. So yeah, I just felt called to say that. This is me coming out of my comfort zone. And if I can do it, so can you. All right. What messages do the angels have about this big picture energy, the overall message for today, please and thank you? I'm hearing coming into union. It could be coming into union with your soul. It could be coming into union with someone else, coming into union with your soul's destiny or your life purpose, right? 3, 2, and 1. Oops. Oh, wow. I like that. Abundance, be assertive, and success. Bottom of the deck, if you believe. I really like this. So this is about unearthing your abundance. This is about, I feel like maybe what you're clearing from your vessel is, low self-esteem. Maybe you have issues with worth. Maybe you have issues with lack or scarcity or poverty, right? And that can definitely stem into generational patterns that you may be breaking, and even go as far back into ancestral patterns. So I really, really like seeing that when you clear that vessel out, you're heading towards abundance. I really, really like that. Being assertive is way different than being aggressive, right? See how she's got that mask? It's like, take the mask off and let yourself be seen. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for what you believe in with conviction. You know what I mean? It's like, you know who you are. Step into your real power. You know what I mean? I feel like when you're able to own who you really truly are and like let yourself be seen, again, assertive is not aggressive, you know? I feel like it's just like you're going to attract that abundance, right? It's like success is imminent. Success is imminent. So I really, really like that. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the tarot. Looking at what's been brewing in the past that's leading up to this, what's happening right now in the present, what your challenge is, and then also what's coming in over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Spirit, what messages do you want to bring forth for this beautiful collective? What's unfolding for them on their path regarding regarding the fault line and abundance? All right, my loves. All right. Whoa, thank you, Spirit. Mm. I'm hearing stubborn. I'm hearing stubborn, rigid. Something that doesn't want to be looked at is what's coming through. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Ooh, interesting. Okay, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords in the past, the present right now, Hangman, and the King of Cups. That's your challenge. Yep, not wanting to do the deep dive. And future, Knight of Wands, and the Devil. Whoa. All right, let's see. Overarching energy, 5 of Cups. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is interesting. Let me just look at this really quick. I'm going to take a sippy poo. Okay. So it's like, man, right now, the collective is showing up as the 5 of Swords. I'll get clarification on this for sure. So no worries on that. But I feel like I said in the opening, there's a lot of avoidance and hesitation, stubbornness, not wanting to face whatever it is that's trying to bubble up to the surface, right? I feel like when I'm looking at this, yeah, because there's like a call to take some type of an action on something, but I feel like there's like internal conflict, like internal drama brewing up on the inside. So in the past, it looks like I've got the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords in the past. So I feel like there's definitely been, for some of you, just a lot up in your head, a lot of internal conflict, like drama inside yourself, like creating a lot of internal drama inside of yourself. You know what I mean? Again, not wanting to, it's almost like, and again, that aquamarine, the crystal that's running, is something that really soothes that mind. It helps to like shift the energies of that mindset from this Page of Swords, like defensive and very resistant, you know what I mean? It helps to kind of bring that into a very cool and calm and very receptive place, right? Because the whole objective is to have our minds and our hearts working in coherence with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a call to, I mean, these cards are very, very different. It's like the Queen of Wands and her light attribute is extremely optimistic, very, very joyful. Some of you could be Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, right? There's also Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra in this mix. Doesn't have to be, but she's usually very, very optimistic, very charismatic. I mean, I'm picking up sexual on for some of you. This is like PG-13 and above, right? Actually, like R-rated here. Not really, but yeah, I feel like in the past there's just been some type of hesitance, like overdoing, over like doing. I gotta stay busy. I gotta stay busy. Like you think busy, staying busy is what's moving the needle on this thing, and it really isn't. It's wild. Yeah, there's literally been a stubbornness when it's interesting. It's like there's been a hesitation to act. Like I feel like some of you don't think, I feel like there's somebody out there that feels like it's like you're almost stuck in a rut of despair, internal despair. Like you're kind of like, who am I to have fun with this? Who am I to enjoy? You know what I mean? It's like, it couldn't be further from the truth. Page of Swords, it's interesting. For some of you, I'm picking up on for some of you, I'm picking up on there's like a worry about what other people are thinking. There's like a hesitancy if I take action on this and do what actually brings me joy. There's like this worry about what other people are going to think, that they're going to be judging you, or wondering what the hell you're doing. And it's like, why are you even worried about that? You know, what's unfolding for you right now in the present. For some of you, I feel like you feel like you're stuck, and you're not stuck. It's like you're in this pause on some level. You're in this pause on some level because, like I said, whether you're actively doing like shadow work or depth work, or you're trying to clear things out, or you're trying to phase things, I feel like it's like this is the call to do it though. Sorry guys, it's coming through really fast. Some of you are in it doing it, some of you are hesitant to do it. It's like a divine timeout, but you're not in trouble. It's like it's put there in place for you to actually do the reflection, to make really good use of it. Some of you, this is really a part of an initiation process, is what's coming through. An initiation process that's basically helping to shed, like you have to go through the fire. You have to go through the fire, Queen of Wands. You have to go through the fire of initiation to burn out what is no longer serving you, what can't go with you moving forward. And in order to do that, that's why the King of Cups is showing up in your challenge right now, because the King of Cups has no fear in terms of facing his own emotions and feelings. Like he is accustomed to going in there and doing the deep dive, feeling what needs to be feel, exploring where is this hesitancy coming from? Why do I not want to make these moves? Why am I not, taking action on the things that I know are going to bring me happiness and joy and fulfillment? You know what I mean? So that's the challenge, is not taking action. Interesting. Yeah, it's like when I put the Hangman together with the Five of Swords and the King of Cups, it's like you can see the energy. It's like there is a call to take a deep dive. There's a pause here for a reason, for you to be able to go in and do that inner dive, like, and asking yourself, why am I feeling this way? What's going on? What needs to be cleared from within me so I can see clearly? What needs to be cleared from within me so I can access these downloads that are coming that I know are there? What needs to be cleared so I can access these creative ideas, these downloads that I'm getting, so I can actually work on this? And the Five of Swords is being really hesitant, really crunchy in the mind. You know what I mean? Maybe you're judging yourself, or you're beating yourself up about something too. And it's like, no, 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 no. No need to worry about that. This is a divinely orchestrated moment for you. You know what I mean? Hmm. it's like it keeps coming back to me in terms of that fault line to get to the abundance, right? To get to the abundance, whether that's abundance in monetary wealth or like physical health, mental health, like relationship health, wealth, right? It's like you've got to go into the fault line. You can't walk on the edge of it anymore. You can't act like everything's hunky dory when it really truly isn't. It's like this calling has been coming to you for quite a while. So what I'm seeing opening up, and we'll get clarification on this, so I'm not going to leave everybody hanging. It's just kind of what's initially coming through. Yeah, because overarching energy, the Five of Cups, it's like still focusing on the past, still focusing on what's going to happen if I don't do this. What's everybody going to think about this? This is already said and done. You know, letting go of things, right? This is like negative thinking. This is like expecting the floor to fall out beneath you. You know what I mean? It's like the sadness trance. I just feel like it's time, it's an opportunity, the overarching energy, it's an opportunity to go into that river, you know, to go into that water, the oceans of our emotions, and go and reflect what's going on. Why am I feeling this way? What is holding me back? You know what I mean? Interesting. Picking up that Two of Cups that was still standing up, you know, and carrying it over that bridge and claiming this new life. It's like you can also see the two pairs of wands on each side of the bridge. That's giving me the energy of the Four of Wands. It's like claim your abundance, claim your victory. This is yours. You know what I mean? You're coming into oneness, you know? What's unfolding over the next 4 weeks? I feel like when you do finally take action on that, and I really feel like you are going to take action on that. Yeah, I mean, what's coming in? It's like the Knight of Wands is coming in. Movement. Finally, movement. A new zest for life. You know what I mean? Taking the reins and stepping into this journey. It's a new journey. It's a new level. Like taking that journey. I feel like you're going to take the journey over the next 4 weeks. The journey within. You know what I mean? The deep dive within. Also, for some of you, there could be movement in terms of externally. Maybe you're planning on relocating. Maybe you're planning on traveling again, you know? Maybe there's a place that you felt called to go and explore that you've been hesitant about. And maybe that's like a key code that would help unlock this key code. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird that came through that way. But the potential outcome, oops, I got to hide the nudie booties. The devil is the potential outcome. And so the devil is like breaking free, breaking yourself free, shedding those layers of ego, breaking free from whatever that muck was in the drain, right? Limiting belief structures that are holding you back. It's like any type of behaviors or habits, you know, addictions, obsessions that are not making you feel good, that are holding you back from your true gifts. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's go ahead and get more info. I want to actually find out. It's like, okay, this is what's coming through too. It's like, this is where the Five of Swords changes to the light attribute, like in the future. Instead of being hesitant and avoidant, you're only going to pick up the swords that you need. You don't have to carry all 5 swords. You can take one sword at a time and deal with one layer at a time, one issue at a time. It's like the hold 'em and fold 'em card. You know what I mean? Know when to hold the hand and play it, and know when to walk away and fold it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what wants to come through. We're going to do some clarifications here. I just want to like shuffle to kind of tap in. All right, so show me about the what was going on in the past that's led us up to this this present situation, Spirit. What do the viewers need to know? What do the viewers want to know about the Queen of Wands in the past, please and thank you. All right, and that just gently saunters out. Oh, okay, so the Star card, Temperance, and the Six of Pentacles came out. It's really about pursuing It's about taking action and pursuing your wish fulfillment. It's about taking action and pursuing this healing, this depth work, right? I really like that. And so it's about finding the balance. It's about being patient with yourself. It's about being patient with the process and trusting it. This is also like you are so heavily guided. This is also about, I'm getting a right-sided, a very low right-sided buzzing on that. That's a confirmation. It's like you're very, 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 very heavily guarded by the angels and your guides right now. Like this is a massive transition for you. But again, patience, young Daniel-san, patience with yourself, patience with the process. You're alchemizing and transmuting. It's finding the balance. It's like there are larger forces at play here. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Everything that you need is going to be provided to you as you need it. This is about coming into flow. And I feel like that's why Spirit, man, that makes so much sense. I feel like that's why Spirit is like, this is where it's led you up to this, because like, I'm surprised I don't even see the tower out here. Because I feel like you're pursuing this dream, this goal, this healing, right? This clearing. And it's about coming into flow. It's about not giving a damn what other people think. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's about pursuing something long-standing. Show me the Page of Swords and what's contributing. What do the viewers want to know about the Page of Swords in the past? Oh my God, Deanne, me too. I'm there. I feel like I'm in this last stubborn patch. Me too. And those little flies are like, nah, come with me. I got another little something for you to dig up. Oh, those little pesky buggers. Okay, Page of Swords, Spirit. Show me the Page of Swords. What do the viewers want to know about the Page of Swords and how it's contributed in the past? It's led us up to the present. 3, 2. Yep. Oh my God, that's yeah, it's wild. Oh yeah. It's like a testing phase for some of you. Bottom of the deck, overarching energy, the Lovers card, like a testing phase in the recent past. This is really about coming into union. Your masculine and feminine, your light and your dark. 1000%. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that I say that is because the Page of Swords, Page of Swords is actually clarified by the Page of Cups and the Death card. So if you look at the energies, I'm going to, what's going on here? I'm going to put it like this. Hey, I can't see this. Hold on a minute. Gosh, darn it. If you look at the energies of this, okay, I've got the Page of Swords over here, right? And then I've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Death card in the middle. It's like you've been going through this like death and rebirth process, and Spirit is trying to help you integrate your mind, the Page of Swords, and your heart, the Page of Cups. And the pages are students, the pages are beginners. And that's why when I said it's really important to have patience with yourself in the process, this takes time, my loves, okay? And it's like, we want you, oh my God, I'm saying we want you. I feel like that's coming right from the team. It's like they want you to really let it go. They really want you to let go of constantly like the defensiveness and the thinking everything's not going to pan out, that Page of Swords energy. It's like they want you to really let this creativity come through, the inner child. I feel like the Page of Cups, it's such a great tool. Anytime you feel like your mind is getting crunchy, it's like, ask yourself this, am I consuming more than I'm creating? Am I on technology more than I'm creating? Am I doom scrolling on social media? Am I watching TV? Am I watching the news? You know what I mean? Am I consuming obsessive amounts of alcohol or food to numb things out? You know what I mean? It's like, instead of, if you're consuming too much, if you can say, oh gosh, yeah, I kind of have been consuming a little bit more than I've actually been creating. Creating meaning doing things that bring you joy, Queen of Wands, doing things that light you the F up. You know what I mean? So to distract that crunchy mind, because the crunchy mind's not going anywhere. It's a part of us. It's a part of us. It's a part of how we were built and how we were born. It's our responsibility to learn how to shift from one energy to the other. You know what I mean? And so I feel like a really great tool is to learn how to recognize and become aware. And maybe that's what you have been doing. You've becoming aware and recognizing when you're crunchy up in the head, when you're stuck on something, when you're beating yourself up about something, when you're avoiding something. And you know the best way to shift that is to lighten things up a little bit. Go do something that's fun. Do something that really brings you joy. You know, something that helps me is, you know, a nice warm cup of tea, or drawing. Writing is really big for me. You know, reading a book is something that helps me, you know, get out of my head and really fill my heart. It actually helps me to channel, you know, inner knowings and such. So I really, really like that. Okay, so what I'd like to know is, actually, before we move any further, in the context of the past and the present, give me the energy of the Five of Swords. What do the viewers want to know about the Five of Swords in terms of how they're showing up, Spirit? Please and thank you. Yeah, like, okay, hold on. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Okay. So if you could look really closely at this card, you can see these other people in the background. Excuse my chipped nails. I haven't had time to change my polish. So this guy right here, this guy is like, he's not even facing this guy. This is you holding the sword, right? I guess it's kind of like, you could look at it either way. What way do you want to do it? Do you want to avoid it altogether? Do you want to be salty about the situation, or just want to take action on it? But I really feel like what was coming through, this person right here is giving this guy the stink eye. He's giving this guy the freaking stink eye. And I feel like earlier I was saying it's almost a hesitation of taking the next step because you're afraid of being judged by others. I feel like a lot of you, including myself, is like judging yourself so freaking hard. You know what I mean? So the Five of Swords is clarified by the Fool. This is about you taking the risk, you getting outside of the box. I've talked about that a couple times. You taking the deep dive, trusting yourself that you are backed up, you are led, going down into that sewer, that drain, whatever it was, you know what I mean? And taking the action, taking the necessary steps. This is about you trusting yourself. You know what I mean? It's about you trusting yourself. Show me more about the Hangman energy in the present. What is unfolding for them in the present? The Hangman energy, please and thank you. I'm hearing there's power in the pause. There is power in the pause. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God, I love this so much. Oh, this is kick ass. Woo! Lord have mercy. I like it. I like it a lot. So the Hangman, what's happening right now, it's like, my loves, you are having a massive, massive expansion. Me too. It's probably been the biggest one to date for myself. And so what's happening with this Hangman energy, first of all, we've got the Sun card. We've got the Sun card. Look at how her heart is opening. Like I was talking about that earlier, like this massive heart opening. Lots of really good stuff wants to come through. I'm getting chills on that. Lots of really good stuff wants to come through. This is about integrating the light and the dark. This is about masculine and feminine coming in together. The Strength card. This is a divine feminine card. You know what I mean? This is Leo energy. I've got Leo energy out here twice. Maybe someone out there is Leo dominant, or you are dealing with a Leo in your life right now, something to do with the situation, right? But I feel like this is really a massive heart opening. This is a mind-heart coherence. This is actually a beautiful thing. And what was coming to me was something that Deanne shared with us earlier. Thank you so much for your input on this, because it's like Deanne shared earlier. What did she say? I feel like I'm in the last stubborn patch. And I feel like that's where I'm at too. And I feel like maybe this whole collective is in that. It's like this last stubborn patch. And like, I don't want to do this. Like, are we done yet? Are we there yet, Mom and Dad? Like, we're asking Great Spirit and Divine Mother, are we there yet? We're like the kids in the backseat of the car. We're like the kids in the backseat of the car. That's so freaking funny. So what's coming in, the overarching energy, it's really coming into your power, 7 of Wands. It's really coming into your full blown power. It's like solar plexus activation. Here is the sun, and her solar plexus is activated. That's our personal power. That's how we stand up how we show up for ourselves and other people out there. That's how we're able to really, truly execute and bring out, like, show up authentically. Like, I don't have to defend myself to anybody, but I will. I'm not defensive, but I will defend what I believe in with conviction. And I'm Zen as F, man. I'm Zen as F. I'm protected. She's in that divine super bubble of protection. You know what I mean? You are protected. Are we done yet? I know it really is. So let's go deeper into the King of Cups and find out, what are we trying to unearth with the King of Cups, please and thank you, Spirit? What do the viewers need to know about the challenge with the King of Cups, please and thank you? And the King of Cups, out of all the kings in the tarot deck, this is the king that is on the enlightening path. He is on that path. Yeah, the pink clouds in the back of that card, it's giving me angel energy. Like, your angels are with you, my loves, 1000%. Don't even doubt it for a second. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the Hangman came out again with the 9 of Wands. To me, this is just oozing spiritual warrior badass. You've been through it. Spirit knows you're tired with the 9 of Wands energy. Spirit knows you're tired. Spirit knows that you're ready to take off. You really are. Like, deep down, I feel like a lot of us are just like, man, when are we going to get to the nugget? When are we going to get to the nugget of the Tootsie Pop? You know what I mean? But we don't want to crunch it. We don't want to bite it and crunch it. You know, we want to take our time and take the licks, each lick that leads to the Tootsie Pop, to get to that nugget, to get to that cosmic wisdom, to get to that heart opening. It takes time, and that's where the patience comes in, right? And she's not stressing. She's not stressing. She is, but she's not stressing. So it's just like, you know, it's like, it's okay to take rest. It's okay to slow it down. It's like, I feel like what's coming through is have some boundaries with yourself on this, and don't be so harsh with yourself on it. It's like, go ahead and take the deep dive is what's coming through. Yeah, because this Ace of Pentacles, there is some type of a download. There's some type of an opportunity that wants to present itself, whether it's coming from within yourself or it's coming from something from the external. But until we get to the nugget, until we get to that nugget and the Tootsie Pop, that's such a nicer visualization than the drain and the muck, I think. We don't have to be so dramatic, do we, Spirit? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I feel like this layer has to be peeled back. This layer has to be peeled back, or this one layer of ego has to be peeled back. It's like, whatever it is that's blocking our creativity, whatever it is that's blocking, you know, our belief in ourselves. Like, we want to go from feeling limited to completely freaking limitless, is what's coming through. Is there anything else Spirit wants to bring forth about that? Please and thank you. Oh man, lots of major arcanas popping off in here. It's like, this is a massive soul lesson. Like, this is not just an everyday mom and pop situation. This is a massive soul lesson. So this is a beautiful thing. So what came out is the Moon card and the Justice card. So what I'm going to say about this is that when we take when we take the deep dive with the moon, and this is probably something, you see how deep she is underneath the water? It's like, this is going even beyond your shadow, my loves. This is going beyond shadow work, beyond inner child work. This is literally, this is something that's so, so deep. Like, you are so freaking like not wanting to deal with it. And it's like that pesky little gnat. It's not going to go away until you do deal with it. But when you do, you are coming out so strong, so clear. So many things are going to come into balance, right? And when that comes into balance, abundance is pouring in. Abundance is pouring in. So I really, really like that. Again, that Ace of Pentacles stayed on the bottom of the deck. Spirit's not messing around. There's definitely something that wants to come through for you. Anything else on that, Spirit? Thank you so much, Spirit. Nope, there's nothing else on that. All right, let's move on. Let's dive into this Knight of Wands over the next 2 to 4 weeks. What is coming in over the next 2 to 4 weeks? I feel like journeying. I feel like journeying within. Show me that Knight of Wands, please, and thank you, Spirit. 3, 2, and 1. I heard reconcile. Ooh, I like that. Oh my God, this is the bomb dot freaking com. Hell to the yes, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. So over the next 4 weeks with the Knight of Wands, you're definitely taking a journey. For some of you, again, you're taking that journey within. You're doing that deep dive. You're facing that stuff like the spiritual warrior badass that you freaking are. You know what I mean? For others of you, like I talked about earlier, there could be some type of a little journey that you've been like avoiding taking. I feel like it could be a day trip. Maybe it's to an art museum or a coffee shop. Who knows? It's an old friend. Whatever you've been feeling called to go and visit, if it's a person, a place, or a situation, whatever, I feel like that's going to unlock and activate some type of a key code within you. Whatever it is, here's where the juice gets really good. You're overcoming this. 6 of Wands, more fire energy, more Leo energy. You're victorious. You're coming out of this. Look at how her arms are raised up, opening up her heart. I can't make this up. It's very similar to the Sun card. You are definitely going through a massive heart awakening, and that's unlocking. It's like you're overcoming. Here it comes. You're overcoming that crunchy mind, Page of Swords. You're overcoming that crunchy mind, Page of Swords. And you're stepping into your abundance, Empress. You're going to really feel a lot more confident about your abilities to bring whatever it is that wants to come to the surface. Whatever it is, it's like you're going to be able to produce it here in reality. It's like Spirit's asking you to see the bigger picture. She is looking down at the earth. Look at the bigger picture. Whatever's happening right now, like right in the present, and it feels like, it's a blip. It's literally a blip, okay? And I'm not trying to take away, any, of like the not so desirable feelings or emotions of the situation that you may be dealing with. I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying, if we can raise up instead of being so close, and if we can raise up and channel that Aquarian energy and see the bigger picture, you know what I mean? And realize, okay, I got this. Let me take a deep breath. Let me regroup, right? I love that. It's like Chariot card on the bottom of the deck. You are going to be victorious on this. Show me that Devil card in the next 4 weeks. Any more information about the Devil card? You're going to be victorious about peeling back that layer and shedding that ego. 8 of Wands. Yep. Messages will be able to come in. Messages will be able to come in. Downloads will be able to come in. You'll be able to receive them and understand them clearly and move. Momentum, progress, movement here. What else, Spirit? I'm also picking up potentially messages from, other people that have opportunities for you, people that want to get together with you. Because whatever we're doing on the inside as we evolve, as we heal, as we clear, it begins to reflect on the outside of us. You know what I'm saying? What else do we want to know about this Eight of Wands? Please and thank you, Spirit. What does the viewer want to know? Three, two, and one. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Yeah, rebirth. I had the death card in the past, right? So this is your rebirth. This is your renewal. This is you reconciling. That came out when I was dealing with the clarifying the Knight of Wands. But what's happening is a renewal, a releasing, an exiting of low self-esteem, of lack, poverty. You know, maybe you guys have been having some financial troubles. You know what I mean? This is like moving away from not having abundance. This is the exact opposite of abundance. You know what I mean? So momentum and progress, moving away from that abundance, moving away from confusion, illusion that we've been creating, the things that have been holding us back, right? And we're mastering that. Eight of Pentacles. We're mastering that by breaking free, by shutting that ego, that layer. We're mastering that. So I really, really love that. Are there any other messages with regards to that? Please and thank you, Spirit. For some of you, I feel like that could actually open you up to freeing you up to pursuing with that Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you've been hesitant on taking that class. Maybe you've been hesitant on learning that new skill. Maybe you've been hesitant on applying for that new job. Maybe you've been hesitant, you know, on collaborating with somebody. But I feel like it's opening up something about bringing something creatively to the forefront in the real world. When you master this last little nugget, you know what I mean? This last layer. Any other messages for this collective, please and thank you, Spirit? Wow, we're at 56 minutes. Holy crap. Hey, Sarah. Welcome, welcome, my love. You guys, I forgot to create this live and create a thumbnail. Like I created it literally like 10 minutes before I went on. Oops. Any other messages, please and thank you? No messages about that. Let's get final guidance. Final guidance over the next 4 weeks, Spirit. Final guidance over the next 4 weeks, please and thank you. Three, two, one. This is so funny. I was hearing the song. This is an old song. Man, what was the name of that group? It's before Beyonce went solo. Ladies, leave your man at home. The club is jumping, jumping. I can hear it in my head. That's so funny. Okay, so the final guidance here. Wow, we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups now on deck. It's like the final guidance is you're going to be victorious. The Chariot, right? You're going to be victorious. This is going to be successful. It's like give yourself permission, Queen of Cups. Listen to the intuitive hits, the things that, you know, like like I said, those little flies, those little gnats leading you to what needs to be cleared within. Whatever you've been hesitant on acting on, it's like let yourself feel, let yourself explore that, let yourself move through whatever feelings. I just feel like these downloads, it's really, really important. Destiny's Child. Yeah, jumping. I love that. Thank you, Sarah. It's like when you can do that, when you can give yourself permission to do that deep dive, you're going to be putting down like all of these burdens. You're going to be putting down all of these things that you've been holding on to and carrying on for so long. It's like leading you to being soul-led. It's leading you to being soul-led. It's like Three of Pentacles. Wow, I've got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you're mastering this. Whatever plans you have, they're happening. This is also a call and a nod to staying focused. 3 is also associated with the Empress. It's like stay focused, intentional focus. And so if you have found yourself doom scrolling, if you have found yourself avoiding and like, you know, trying to fill something empty, like again, you know, overeating, you know, alcohol, whatever. And hey, I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? It's like really a call to purify, detoxify, clear that all out so that you can actually really feel what you need to feel. Focusing on what you need to be able to feel. Because the things that you want to bring to fruition, they want to come to fruition, is what's coming through. Let's get some more. What other messages, big picture guidance, big picture energy? What other messages does Spirit have for this beautiful collective, please and thank you? Yeah, like that song. It's like it's okay. It's okay to go and have some fun. It's okay to give yourself permission to like pursue the things that do bring you real joy. You know, like why are you blocking yourself from that? Like, man, I think that's what's one of the things that's trying to be cleared right now. Ah, 1212 there. That's so cool. Three, two. I can't make this up. Spirit, you are so freaking awesome. Dance, dance. I was literally just talking about like the message that was coming through for that song, Jumpin, Jumpin by Destiny's Child. And I just said, it's okay. It's like, do something to change your energy. Dancing will change your energy. Dancing will change your energy. We're learning how to shift our energy. And so like, feel what you need to feel. Like if you're afraid about taking the deep dive, it's like, look, I've got the deep replenishment card as well. It's like, if you're afraid of taking that last deep dive because you don't want to be stuck in those feelings, because sometimes I get afraid of that too. Like, look, I don't want to go back to that dark place because there was a time in my life, this is a vulnerable share. There was a time in my life where when I would go to those dark places, I had such a hard time coming back out of them. Like it was like being in the abyss. It felt like digging myself into like a massive hole. And every time you went back into that hole to like feel those feelings, those darker places, it felt like it was harder and harder to come out of it. And Spirit's like, no, you have the tools now. You know how to come out of that. You know how to shift that a lot easier. It's like shifting your energy by doing things that bring you joy. Dancing is one of the easiest ways to transmute and shift emotions and feelings from a lower vibrational to an upper. So you have that tool, and not just to use it as, you know, a means to shift the energies, but to just have fun with it, right? I mean, I was making my mom's soup. I was making my version of my mom's vegetable soup here this morning. And I put my AirPods in. I'm just like listening to my music. I'm dancing around like I'm like freaking entertaining like people. I didn't give a shit. I was having fun. It's been a little dark, you know what I mean? So Spirit, let's do final guidance. What do the viewers of this beautiful community, what could they use a little bit more of? What could they use a little bit more of in their life to help them through, besides dancing, of course, because dancing is amazing, but all right. What do the viewers need a little bit more of in their life to help them through this transition? 3, 2, and 1. Yep. I spoke about patience earlier, patience with yourself, patience with the process. When you can really master patience with yourself and patience with the process, you're going to be able to have like massive patience with everybody else out there. You know what I mean? So observe, don't absorb. Okay. You do not have to carry the weight of everybody else. You do not have to carry the weight of what other people's are, you know, other people are like asking or questioning, like, why are you doing this? How are you doing that? We're supposed to be doing things like this. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm following my soul and you're following your soul. You know what I mean? Stop sensory overload. I've talked about that several times in the reading. Like, what are we doing to numb ourselves out? Like doom scrolling. Again, and a lot of us can't help if you have to be in a work environment that's really loud and noisy, or your home environment can sometimes get loud and noisy. It's like making sure that you are finding space and time to be able to shut everything down and get really quiet. It's like overstimulation. It's okay to take a break from people. It's okay to dim the lights. It's okay to put on a little tranquil music. I'm hearing bubble baths. Spirit was very loud with me in my personal reading this morning, like, take another freaking bubble bath, because that's where you transmute the best and the easiest. All right, well, but a lot of times I fight it. I get crunchy with myself. Who am I to take a bubble bath at 3:00 in the afternoon? Well, I am me, and why the hell not? You know what I mean? And then here's the other one. Stop trying to fix people. Stop trying to fix people. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. Somebody needed to hear it. So anyway, you guys, holy smoky bows. I love this. I feel like overall, this is a really great reading. It's like, I know Deanne touched on this. I really, really resonated with what she said earlier about, man, is this just like another layer? Yes, because it's the layer that's blocking you. It's the layer that's blocking us. You know what I mean? I'm crunchy too, Sarah. Oh my God, right? It's like, I feel like the theme of a lot of these readings, especially the Tuesday readings over the last several weeks, it's really followed a pattern of clearing the vessel. And I know I spoke about this in the beginning of the reading, and I'm just going to touch on it one more time. Remember, guys, I know that these are timeless readings, but the energies that we're working with right now when I'm filming this, when I'm actually doing this reading, this particular week, we're in the 111 portal. 111 is on Saturday. It's like there are so many things astrologically happening right now, massive, massive shifts. And it is a chef's kiss vibes opportunity to take the time to let that stuff come up to the surface and face it once and for all. Put it to bed, baby, and transmute it. Because what's coming? Abundance and success. And we can all use that in our lives, can we not? So anyway, my loves, until the next time, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you got something out of it. Always, always, always love to hear comments. I am so grateful for all of you that have showed up here live. Thank you so very, very much for contributing, for being a part of this. I adore each one of you. For those of you watching the replay, same, ditto. I adore each one of you. I'm super, super grateful for you taking the time. Always appreciate the likes and the follows and the subscribes. It helps the channel grow, and it helps the messages get out to other people like yourselves. So until the next time, my loves, be well, love well, live well. Chef's Kiss vibes. I love you all. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Deanne.